Good morning, everyone. Day 3 here. Um, Currently at the car wash. I'm getting my car washed. It's kind of filthy. My girls make a mess in this little minivan. So I'm just waiting at the car wash, waiting for the car in front of me to finish. Interesting. I was watching some of the on my phone. I was watching some of the UConn ladies basketball team, and I was thinking it's kind of interesting. Today's the first day of the NCAA tournament, and I live in Connecticut, so UConn all the way, right? Um, so I was watching the game, and they scored 55 points in the first 10 minutes of the game. Then they went on to score 94 by halftime, and the game is going on right now, so you know. We'll see what happens. But they listed a record that was kind of interesting. The highest scoring game in an NCAA tournament for women's was 121 points. UConn is at 94 right now at halftime. Uh, that was a four overtime game, so they needed 4 overtimes to get 121 points. And what's crazy about it is that it actually inspired me because like you set the tone. This is an NCAA tournament team they're playing. That means that they are good enough to get to the tournament. They're not just anybody. When the score is 94 to 31 or something like that, it's 32 or something like that. I just thought, like, how interesting is that? Um, they have set the standard for teams, to get better. And that's just incredible. They're on pace to, they're on pace for 180 points. I'm pretty sure they're not going to score 180 points, but, they might get 130, 135, 140. It's definitely doable. 20 points a quarter, that's another 40 points. That's 130, 34. So that right there is another record-breaking performance, and I just thought that was interesting. I wanted to share it with you guys as I was watching the game, um, where in some aspects, a lot of people um, quit and they give up instead of trying to get to that perfection level, and I thought it's incredible that this team has been dominant. We lost last year, but we've had every record you can possibly imagine. So, like in Connecticut, we don't even talk about the UConn women's basketball because it's just we're on a whole nother level than pretty much anybody else in the NCAA. I mean, in women's college basketball. So we don't really I have to back up for a second. So we don't really pay too much attention to all the hype and the records that they set and all that stuff. They continue to amaze us and impress us every time. But I was watching a couple of YouTube videos earlier where I started seeing videos of make money online and stuff like that, and I started just watching some videos, and it was kind of funny to me because I was watching a lot of people who have made small incomes online and stuff like that, but how they were basically saying, oh, all these scams, all these companies want you to pay, and in reality there's no chance of you really getting your money back and stuff like that. And it's like, wow, it's just like, how are you gonna tell me you're a nobody? You make your little bit of money online, you do what you do, but essentially you can't dictate what I'm going to do. You can't dictate that. I can only dictate that. So it's just funny how, you know, a lot of people post videos on YouTube and say, oh, you can't make money, or you can make a little bit of money, but you know, you can't have that fairy tale ending where you live in a huge house in the island somewhere. And I just thought it was incredible how somebody who has no experience in making other people successful, how can you tell somebody they won't get there? You have no experience. And it's always, I hope you can hear me, as the water is kind of going off super loud and stuff. Hopefully everything's okay. But if you don't have any experience on making people successful with their online business, then you shouldn't tell people that they can't do something, because you're not a qualified person to tell people that, okay? If you have helped people succeed in their online business and achieve that type of success, then you can tell people how hard it is. You can tell people that with your guidance, you'll be able to get them to wherever they want to get to. But that's someone with the experience. So they can talk about that, you know, and you can probably listen to them in a sense where it's like, okay, well, they know more, so I can take their credibility in a sense. But I personally wouldn't even listen to them either. If I know I can do something and I put my mind to it, I'm gonna do it. I don't care what anybody tells me. And I've seen a lot of success on my online business. I mean, I've made over $20,000 last month. This year I'm on pace to get about 20 to 30. And next month is gonna be even more. So, I mean, no one can tell you what you can and cannot do. Only yourself. So, you know, watching a lot of those negative videos and a lot of those people that say, well, you can't really make good money online, might be true for a lot of people, because I feel like a lot of people who are in the online space, you know, the online business market, probably watch those videos and they listen to those people and they allow them to, you know, change their mindset to say, well, maybe I can't, maybe I made a mistake, you know, maybe I shouldn't do this. But kind of like the UConn women, don't you think people told Gino and all the UConn women basketball players and their program that, you know, we might not be the best team ever, we might never get there, but as long as we work hard, we'll be fine, we'll just be a regular team? Don't you think people have told all the programs and basketball teams and, you know, entrepreneurs and, you know, business people and so on and so forth, they've all heard it before, you know? So they've all heard it. So for you to listen to somebody who doesn't really have that kind of experience in being super successful, because when people have online businesses and they're super successful, the last thing you're gonna see them post is videos on how you can't make it in starting an online business. That's the last thing you would see them post. Why? Because they did it. And for example, you know, a lot of people haven't made $20,000 in a month online. I'm pretty sure most people haven't. But I'm nobody special, right? So I'm not gonna sit here and say you can't, because you can. You just have to be hungry, you have to be resourceful, you have to make sure that you have the right mindset, you know? For people that say, well, you really can't make money, well, yeah, you can't really make money. And unfortunately, these people now have a platform on YouTube where their negativity really, really feeds a lot of people. So, you know, I'm just here to tell you, don't be one of those people that listens to this negativity and allow it to dictate their life, because you know what's a commodity, you know what a lot of people do is they get a job, they work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, and they live their life, and that's just what their life is. That's their reality. My reality was always different. My reality was I can do and be whatever the hell I want to be. No one can tell me any different. I don't care. I grew up poor. We grew up humbled. And I didn't believe that that was my situation. I didn't believe that I can't make it to become a really successful business person or an entrepreneur because everyone around me got a job and they worked 9 to 5. You know, I worked a job. I worked there for 5 years, 6 years. I worked the job consistently. And it was miserable, you know, and I thought, how the hell can people work jobs that they're miserable in? You know, like, that's just not for me. And I started a business, and guess what? When I started, I didn't make any money the first year. None. I had to set the groundwork, the foundation. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm a high school dropout. I didn't have any experience on how to start a business, how to even register a business. But guess what? My determination, I didn't say 1 year I didn't make money. My one full entire year of me starting a business, I made no money. How many people would quit watching this? How many people would have given up? A lot of you, because you would have listened to a lot of these people online that said, you can't make it if you haven't made money here or you haven't done this. Most people aren't going to make money in the beginning. You know, you have to invest, and you have to, you know, take your time with things and learn and constantly learn. And that's what the difference between me. After that year, guess what? I ballooned. I think I made about $75,000 the second year. I got enough contracts. They got me $75,000 that second year. But if I would have given up any month, second month, third month, fourth month, if I would have given up, I would have never made that $75,000 next year. And I would have still probably been at my job. I made enough money to replace my income starting a business that I had no experience on. None. I started a cleaning service. I didn't know how to clean floors. I didn't know how to carpet clean. I didn't know anything. So what I did is, since I didn't know how to do that, I focused on just janitorial cleaning, which is going to an office, throwing out trash, vacuuming the floor, wiping down counters. That's pretty simple. It's a lot harder to get those types of contracts when you don't have any experience, you don't have any resources, you don't have any references, but you can do it. I did it. So don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to people that say you can't make money online. I mean, I've only been on the online market for about 6 months now, 7 months, and last month I crossed my $20,000 a month threshold. This month I'm surpassing that in sales projected this month. So I'm already doing better this month than I did last month. So if I would have listened to all these YouTubers that say you know it's not enough, you know, money to be made online and all that stuff, I would have quit, and I would have, you know, done what I've been doing, my cleaning business, and my wife would have just been at home, and you know, we wouldn't have made an extra money online. But working online is a lot easier than working a cleaning business and working any type of business. Why? Because you set the systems in place. It's all computerized, it's all monetized. Systemized, where you could generate a lot of money without actually doing a lot of work. So that's what I like about the business. So that's just my story today. I was watching the UConn women game, and they're phenomenal. You know, I'm sure they had a lot of people, like I said, they had a lot of people that said that you couldn't be the best team or, you know, continue to achieve greatness. I'm sure Gino has heard it all before. But guess what? They continue to prove them wrong. And you could do it too. I did it. I proved everybody wrong. I'm a high school dropout. So my wife works from home. She doesn't have a job. She got laid off over a year ago. I don't have a job. I work from home, and I do it. And I'm achieving the American dream as we speak. So you know, you can do it too. Don't get discouraged. Don't listen to all these videos that say you can't. You know, you can get into the market, but you know, don't let them fear you off. If you know you can do something and you're passionate about it, go do it. Forget everybody. Just do it. So that's it. That's all I got today. Today's day 3. I'm excited. This is the 3rd video I made. So let's see. The consistency is there. Alright. Like and share our videos. Subscribe to my channel. Follow my journey. I'm excited to share my life with you guys. So see where it goes. Bye.